Hello everyone, my name is Beckett, and today we're going to be showing you guys how to pick up all the new exotics for the latest season of the Division 2. As well, we're going to be showcasing a few of them off, showing you what they can do and what the best situation for each one is, where you should be taking it out and when you should be taking it out. All that fun stuff. But before we get started, if you like the content, hit that sub, hit that like if you enjoy the video. Alright, the first exotic we're going to be looking at is the Backfire Smg. You get this by hitting level 55 on your season pass. You just need to own Warlords of New York. You don't need to buy the season pass. You can just do the free one. It's pretty easy to get to if you are struggling leveling it up. There'll be a link or a little thing to click on, and there's a video I have that shows you how to get to it very quickly. I was able to get to it by 2 hours or so, just using a simple skill build that I built within like 15 or 20 minutes. So if you're new to the game, returning, or just a regular player who just is struggling a little bit, it will help you immensely. So let's get into this. So right off the bat, weapon mods: 5 crit chance, 5 crit hit damage, 10 stability, and 20 rounds. It just looks like a standard gun. But when we start looking into the talents, then we start to see where it really shines. So we got payment in kind. Dealing damage to enemies adds a stack of plus 1% critical hit damage up to 200 stacks lasting 10 seconds. So obviously we're not taking this easy. We're not going to be killing people really fast. It's not like we're going to be waiting for 200 stacks to hit before we kill a rogue agent or we become rogue and we start nuking people. This is more going to be a PvE weapon, something you're going to take into the raid, something you're going to take into your legendary, your heroic missions, stuff like that. You can see where it goes in, but why it's called Backfire is on reload, apply a 10-second bleed to yourself, which deals 0.5 armor damage per stack. So theoretically, if you were at 200 stacks and you reload, every time you would reload, you would basically wipe out your armor. It would take 100% of your armor. That's why it has the magazine size. And this is kind of why you would want to build it around like a Hunter's Fury set, armor on kill set, something where every time you get a kill, you're getting that armor back. So if you were chilling at 200 stacks the whole time, we want something where we're continuously getting armor, whether we did like a hybrid build and we're getting healing, but we need to get that armor back somehow, especially if we're not killing something. It can get bad really quick, but I would say around the 3rd clip, and I'm not even using that great of armor. Look, I got the Grupo 2 Sokolovs. I'm running, what am I running? Obliterate, which is really good. I would pick that up as long as you can hit your shots. And I am running Vigilance. I don't have perfect rolls. They're decent, but they're not great. And I have Hawk's Prayer on. You know, and you're hitting almost 1 million by the 3rd clip just doing bodies. So if you're nailing your headshots, doing all this could be amazing. I can see it with the striker build. There's so many builds you can build around this gun. And I'm a huge SMG fan. They feel amazing in this gun. They've been built greatly around this game. I've just, ever since Division 1 beta, like I've loved how SMG feels. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. And if you're wondering what kind of SMG it was, it looks like it's an MP5 archetype or MPX, one of those. So it looks great, feels great. Can't wait to get in and actually use it. I've been doing skill builds just because I just finished my season pass this morning. Been very lazy. But other than that, it's felt great. So let's move on to the next exotic. Alright guys, next exotic we're going to be looking at is the exotic backpack Memento. You get this by hitting level 90 in your season pass, and just like before, you do not need to own the season pass, the $10 one. You just need to own Warlords of New York. Now this is a very unique backpack and I like it, and I like what they're doing with a lot of the brand sets, the gear sets, and the exotics that they come out with this TU11. You can really see that they're trying to, it looks like they're trying to force a hand on build diversity, so we're just not all using Eagle Bear, just all using one build. It looks like they're opening up possibilities. We probably might all go back to the regular builds, but it gives us a chance to try other builds and not just be stuck in the hole playing the same build over and over again. I know how it feels, and it can be very boring in the game. So I didn't have that great of a role, but it's kind of cool because look, we get we get a red tier, we get a blue tier, and we get a skill tier. So we get the weapon damage, we get the armor and all that, but we don't get any other attributes on our backpack. We get a gear mod, of course, but look at this talent. So enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provide you with a short and long-term buff, the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. So I don't know if you can do a hybrid build with this because it comes with a skill tier, and if you're running technician, how that would work, if you'd be able to pick up 2 different trophies. I have not tested it out completely yet, but just looking at this, like +5, so if you're running a full red build, you're getting, that's 30% weapon damage on top of all the other buffs that you get. And if you're running a skill build, you get 10%, or I mean, sorry, not a skill build. If you're running an armor build, like a tank, 10% bonus on everything pick up, you're going to be picking up this stuff a lot. Now, when it comes to skill builds, I don't know what skill builds you'd really use where you would be like constantly pushing and picking up these trophies, unless you could just pick it up and pop it for the next pack, but it doesn't really make sense. But we'll see how that works, and it gives you skill efficiency. So what skill efficiency is, it's 1% of every skill stat. So skill repair, skill haste, skill damage, status effects, all those, it's 1% of those. So you can get, you know, some crazy amount, and just imagine running around with the healing ball or anything like that, and you can get up to 30 stacks. So it can get quite insane, but I don't know how it'll work exactly, but I think it'll be really good in solo play, and I can't wait to test it out. All right, and the final exotic is Ridgeway's Pride. It is exotic you have to obtain by going through the summit. I have not obtained it yet, but that is my next thing to do as soon as I finish the manhunt. I've been very lazy and just haven't got around to it. But basically, you have to go through each floor from 0 to 100. But it's about, I think it's every 20 floors. There's a chance every time you open a cache that you'll get a piece to drop. It's about a 20% chance you'll get it. So you might get it every time, or you might have to do several parts of the floors, like 1 to 20. You might have to do it 5 times. You might have to do it once. And that sucks. But that's how you get it. And then you go through a long quest line at the end. You got to donate a bunch of stuff. I'll end up doing a video on it as soon as I get it, on all the steps I had to go through to receive it. But once you get it, it has some pretty cool talents. But I've heard that it only works in about a 10-meter range. So that sucks if you're doing long distance and you were thinking you were going to get away with some crazy bleed build. But that's okay. I love running gun. I love being close combat. So this is going to be great for me. And I've been looking really forward to this chest. So the talent is Ridgeway's Pride. Shooting enemies within 10 meters applies a bleed to the target. So I'm thinking ongoing directive, things like this, things where you had to apply a bleed with a different ability. You're going to be able to do a lot of different things, but you're going to have to sacrifice some things as well. Also, repair 1 to 25% of your armor per second for every enemy that is bleeding within 10 meters. So one enemy is bleeding, you regenerate 1% of your armor per second. 2, 4%, 3, 9%, 4, 16, 5 enemies, 25%. I think we're just going to have to find a balance on what the best is. Probably about 3 enemies. If you're regenerating 10% of your armor every 1 second, I can deal with that. We're just going to have to see where it lands. A lot of people saying it's very underwhelming for everything we had to do for the quest, but we'll find out in the long run. I'm really excited to try out all these new exotics. What's your favorite new exotic? What's your favorite new build? What have you guys been trying out? Let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.